What's going on? It's Astronaut H, and this is the What More Do You Want Network. Now, in this video, I will be posing a question or a question that was posed to me, and that is Luka Doncic the greatest NBA scorer today? Of course, we all have, or if you have been living under a rock, Luka Doncic scored 60 points versus the New York Knicks in a comeback overtime win. 60-point triple-double, might I add. And it was a game for the ages, whether you are somebody who chases stats or whether you're somebody who's just a fan of the game, or if you're a Luka Doncic fan, or just somebody who, like me, is intrigued with the numbers behind a performance like that. So seeing Luka drop 60 after, a week ago or almost a week ago, giving 50 to the Rockets and being the all-world, all-basketball scorer that he is, Luka Magic, and all of those things, being one of, I feel, under 25, he may be top player under 25. So I say all that to say, is he the best scorer in the NBA? When I look at getting to the rim, when I look at three-point shooting, when I look at mid-range, post, things like that, I think Luka Doncic, even as I look at his numbers, right? I believe Luka is in player usage rate, he is third behind Joel Embiid and Giannis Antetokounmpo. So he does touch the ball a lot. The Dallas Mavericks offense is predicated on what he can and cannot do in any given night. When he plays, he gives them the best opportunity to win, which is very, very true. Even when I look at stats like scoring, leading the league in scoring, he's right behind Joel Embiid at 33.6. And when you look at player efficiency rating, he's right there at 3 behind Jokic and Anthony Davis. I mean, Luka Doncic, right, has a toolbox full of moves. He can post smaller guys. He's not the quickest, but he can get by guys. If need be, he could drop it off. If need be, he can finish at the rim. He has a nice sidestep jump shot on his three. He has a good mid-range when needed. He could do the turnaround. Like I said, finish at the rim. Not the most athletic, but is he the greatest scorer right now, scoring option in the NBA? I had to pause for a minute, but when I think about scoring and at the rate that he scores, I can honestly say that when I look at Luka Doncic and I look around the NBA and guys like KD, guys like Tatum, guys like Brown, Embiid, even Giannis, I honestly think that Luka may be, out of all of those guys that I named, even Steph, out of all of those guys that's, even right now where you have an illustrious amount of players averaging over 30 right now, and Luka is one of them. So is Joel. So is KD, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Now, averaging almost close to 34, 35 points a game. That puts you in rare company. Averaging, these big numbers in games where the MVP race is a lot closer than a lot of people think right now. I think Luka Doncic, in my opinion, is the NBA's best scorer currently. I honestly don't see, even though he's 2 in scoring, right? Granted, Joel Embiid does have to put on performances nightly amongst, this way. But if Joel is not having the greatest game, I feel like he still has other guys like Harden and Maxey and Harris, Milton, certain guys he could fall back on. If Dallas doesn't get a performance for the ages from Luka most nights, they're ultimately on the other side of the winning coin. I feel like if Luka is going for 33, 15, and 10, or 40, 12, and 10, and these numbers are ungodly to a player, like I said, he's not the most athletic. His game, to me, he comes from, honestly, if you look at the way he play, that's James Harden 6 years ago in Houston. Like, that's James Harden 6 years ago in Houston. That's, skill. That's talent. That's, knowing how to finesse and play the game. Like like I said, Luka Doncic doesn't go to the rim tomahawk jamming and two-hand dunking on people and things like that. So when he gets to the rim or goes to the basket and the way he finishes around the basket, that's a skill level that takes honing in on that. That's why I said, I think he is the league's greatest scorer today. I honestly look at him and I say, like last night, it was at one point he had 35. And I'm like, okay, the Knicks are winning the game. Luka has 35. And then he just pours it on. He just pours it on. I mean, he did play, I think, 47 minutes last night. But even in him playing 47 minutes, 60 points is nothing to sneeze at. That's you have guys that haven't even scored. I mean, in the league haven't scored 30, but we know what these professional players are capable of in different settings. But we're talking about Luka, who scored 60 on a Knicks team where, defense is something they hang their hats on, but didn't have Barrett and also didn't have Brunson. But at the end of the day, when you let a guy like Luka put on that Luka magic and become a magician out there, so to speak, that's putting your team at a loss. I feel like Luka is the best scorer in the NBA. Now, he does shoot at a volume, but he didn't. See, here's the thing about that 60-point game. His threes. I don't believe he shot over 5 threes. I do not believe he shot over 5 3-pointers in that game. So when you look at just that, I mean, he did shoot the ball 31 times, 21 of 31, 21 boards, 10 assists, 60 points. When you look at stuff like that and you say, man, that's efficient. I'm not saying he's going to go 21 to 30. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. But when you look at just his overall, gameplay, the guy is something that I'm not going to say we haven't seen before. But when you look at the talent, when you look at the ability to score at almost every level, because his free throw shooting isn't the best, but it isn't the worst in comparison to some other guys in the league. So he can get to the line and make them when they count. But free throws, mid-range, get to the rim, and he has the 3-ball when needed to make it. How can you not say Luka Doncic is the best scorer in the league? Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Do you guys think Luka is or isn't the best scorer in the league? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can know anytime a video is being uploaded to this channel. It's Astronaut H. This is the What More Do You Want Network. And I catch you guys on the next video.